We recently talked about this insane Disney-obsessed couple who have been waging a multiple-year war against the Disney Corporation due to the fact that they got permanently banned from this very exclusive Club 33 at Disney. And they paid a heck of a lot of money to get into this club. They waited years upon years to get in. It's very exclusive. As I said, it's for mega wealthy people who have zero taste. And they got kicked out because the husband was spotted by security guards being publicly intoxicated at the park. He denies this. He has a different side of the story, but they spent over $400,000 in a lawsuit against Disney for multiple years, fighting their expulsion, trying to get back into this club. It reeks of desperation and indignity.
If I was Elon Musk, I would troll fund this lawsuit too.
Yeah, actually, that would be pretty funny if he did it.
Oh my goodness!
Like $400,000 is nothing to Elon.
No,
just throw it in the pot.
That just tells me that these two are so freaking annoying that they just found any excuse to get them out.
Yeah, they were just waiting for a reason. Mm-hmm. But I see that they lost the lawsuit. The jury unanimously decided that Disney was in the right. Personally, if I were on the jury, I would have ruled in favor of the couple because any way to screw over Disney is a win.
Well, that just makes me think, because a lot of people probably think like you, that just makes me think these people are just that annoying.
They were just so egregious.
Every single person on the jury is like, look, I want to rule in their favor, but have you seen these two? They're awful.
Oh
yeah, so they did a tell-all interview recently with The Hollywood Reporter. And they said they used Walt Disney's own bathroom in his apartment. They talked about Rebel Wilson also getting suspended from Club 33 and the fact that they got kicked out of the club for a day when Tom Hanks showed up for his Thanksgiving dinner. But here was part of their interview.
Chet Hanks was there that day.
Yeah. I wonder if he was part of the family dinner. But they said exactly how much they paid for their membership, which is supposed to be, very confidential information they're not supposed to share. They spent $40,000 for their first year membership plus a $10,000 initiation fee.
Well, I guess when you own a golf course, you can afford such things. And you said that it was confirmed that the 33 is a reference to the Freemasons.
Yeah, one of the questions they asked was, what's with the name? Everyone thinks that this is a reference to Freemasonry. And Scott confirmed that Walt Disney was a Freemason and the highest level of Freemasonry is level 33. But Diana said that's all speculation. You can't find any written evidence that that's where the 33 came from.
I'm just going to say it is, just because it's more fun if it is.
Yeah, Disney says it's because it would have been the address on the street where the original door was, but they removed that door. So that explanation never made any sense. I'm just going to go
still
straight
there. You can go see it.
To the conspiratorial idea that it was actually a Freemason elite club where they were performing rituals. The cost of the club is astronomical, but apparently it has so much popularity. They had multiple years waiting on a waiting list to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insane in and of itself.
They're crazy Disney people.
The cost is so high. They say some people can't even afford it and they use their membership to pay for it. They sell access. So every year they get 100 free tickets to the Disney parks and they sell those tickets to make back the money they spent on the membership. And they're given all this free merchandise and they sell it online so they can make back the money to pay for the membership. And it just sounds like you're destroying your life to get into a bar, basically.
We need to get on the ground floor of becoming universal adults. I'm sick of Disney adults. We need universal adults.
I didn't even think about that possibility.
There is no fervor for what's funny is Universal is doing better than Disney these days as far as parks go, from what I understand. That Universal does really, really well, but you don't have the same type of maniacal following that Disney has.
Yeah, well, I mean, Disney, it's become more it makes me so mad if you go like even to downtown Disney. They had the so I live really close to Disneyland, but they had the World of Disney store, and it had like all the figures. Remember when you guys would go into like the Disney stores at like the mall, had like all the animatronic things, and it was, you felt like, oh, this is magical. And now every single Disney store, they're all gone now, but they look like Gaps. Even the ones at Disneyland, everything just looks like the Gap. There's the same merchandise in pretty much every store.
Homogenized.
Yeah, it just it's terrible. Bob Iger makes very bad aesthetic decisions. But my whole thing with this, I'm like, y'all are stupid. Like, there's ways to get into these places for free, and you're paying $40,000 for this. Like, that just, I'm like, you're bad with money and you're bad with getting into places.
Well, I think they like it because they feel that it's exclusive in a way that's got nothing to do with the money. It's got everything to do with the status they think it gives them.
Yeah, so they're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Plus,
crazy.
who wants to like come back to a place that doesn't want you there? That's insane.
Yeah, well, people who worship celebrities are lower IQ. People who worship Disney are like basically non-functioning vegetables at that point. But they basically said the only perks are you get into this one room and they have liquor and food. That's literally it.
Yeah,
like there are other country clubs.
There's plenty of like TikTokers or like influencers that go and show like what it's like, and they film the inside of it, and it's, I mean, you can figure out a way to go to Club 33 if you really, really wanted to.
Well, I thought there was like a no video policy because they're trying to keep it secretive and exclusive.
If Disney does a deal with them, they're allowed to.
Yeah, they're allowed to.
Yeah,
So
but the rest of them are under very strict rules. And like Rebel Wilson admitted herself, she got in trouble for taking a selfie in the bathroom at Club 33, and they suspended her for a whole month. Like,
So she posted the picture, right?
I don't know if she posted
no, she
it
had
or
to
how
have,
they
because then
found
they would
out.
have to explain how they know she took a picture in the bathroom.
I'm guessing,
Well,
yeah.
You know what? Disney has cameras everywhere. Like the Haunted Mansion. Have you ever
What,
seen
even the
like
bathroom?
Yes.
They have cameras in the bathroom?
I'm-
That's
Yes.
illegal.
That's illegal.
Well,
There's no way that's legal. How do you know that?
nothing.
Okay, we'll keep our lips shut.
It's actually
on that.
it's not illegal when you buy a Disney ticket and you agree to go into the park. You're basically like entering into like that contract with them, and so you have no
my
rights to
gosh.
anything when you go into Disney.
Yeah.
Wait, so
especially-
you're telling me that in the fine print when you go into the Disney park, you're signing away like you can watch me like on the toilet in Disney bathrooms?
They don't have it inside
Like,
the stalls. It's in the mirrors.
that's creepy. That's really creepy.
And remember,
is,
if
yeah.
you die eating at a restaurant there, they'll prevent you from suing them.
Yeah.
Right, they're cutthroat. They
No,
were
they
not going
are.
to let this go. They weren't just going to give this couple a settlement.
No, they have cameras
fought it
everywhere.
out. And it got to the point where Scott, the husband, claimed that this was actually him being discriminated against for a medical condition. He said that this
Oh
was
my
a
God.
vestibular migraine with symptoms of vertigo
I always
onset
suspected.
by the consumption of red wine.
Oh
And
my
that's
God.
actually how he ended up incapacitated on a park bench. And the security guards came up to him, tried to get him to stand up. He couldn't even stand.
Oh my
And his
God.
wife was like off somewhere paying their tab. They pulled out his card from his pocket, and that's how they found out he was a member and got him kicked out. They pulled out his phone and they called the most recent person in his contacts, and they were like, "Thank God that wasn't a business associate."
Yeah.
Because can you imagine the embarrassment? But they don't have shame. They feel no shame.
Yeah.
For some reason,
they
they-
really want
they're
back into
Disney
this
adults.
club.
They're Disney adults, so they don't feel shame like other people. They're immune to that.
Oh my God.
I just can't imagine, like, they think they look like the good guys in this situation to the point where they're doing an interview with this major publication and they think everyone's going to be on their side.
They have no shame.
I mean, why shouldn't they? Everybody seems to hate Disney these days. They're just weirder.
They want back in. They're like, these people kicked us out, but we went in.
Like, there's nothing in the world that could make me want to go back to a place where they like told me they don't want me. Have some pride.
Yeah.
Have
yeah,
some
like, how are you going to hate from outside the club? You can't even get in.
Have some self-esteem. Saying
it's
just
not, guys, it's not even that nice. Like,
Have you been in Club 33?
I have, yes.
When was that?
I don't know, years ago?
What was the circumstance? Did you have a membership at the time?
No. I have friends that work at the parks.
Okay, so they're able to get
Yeah.
people in if they want.
Yeah.
Then what was it like? I mean,
It's
what's it like inside? Is
old
it all
and
that it's cracked up to be?
It's old and no, people just pay for the exclusivity. It takes a lot to
That's what I was
impress me,
saying.
though,
Like it's
so-
not. It has nothing to do with the money they're spending. It has all to do with the fact that they're willing to spend the money for the exclusive membership because they think
Yeah.
it elevates their social status.
Yes.
which is weird too.
Another thing they said about Walt's apartment, they were in there for hours on hours, and they asked if they could use the bathroom, and they were allowed, and they said Walt pooped there. Can you imagine being such a
so
sycophant that
weird.
you're like fangirling over this dead man's poop? I'm sorry.
They're
that's just-
weird.
Why would you even say that out loud?
They're weird.
But then they said now they're the ones making accusations of it being a cult. So Scott said this is very cultish. Every time they built a new ride and it wasn't up to snuff, members are like, "What would Walt do? It's a cult, and Walt Disney is the Messiah."
Then they're even worse. That means they want to be in the cult, and the cult doesn't even want them.
The cult isn't even interested in you.
Yeah,
Like that's even more embarrassing.
it is.
So yeah, they said they weren't fighting to get back into Club 33.
Sure.
I don't really believe that. Their reasoning for fighting this out, hundreds of thousands of dollars, literally destroying their retirement fund, destroying their lives for this, was to regain the honor of Scott's name. He didn't want to be known as a drunk. He wanted to do this for very honorable reasons.
So they're crazy and petty.
Yes, this is like the ultimate peak of pettiness. They even provided photos of their receipts, the actual receipts from that day and how many drinks they bought.
He's like, look, I clearly wasn't drunk. I barely had 2 sips of wine.
He said, like, yeah, I had like 2 beers and 1 glass of wine, and
Like,
I just...
This makes it worse. Now way more people are aware that he was drunk that day than ever would have known beforehand.
How much of a
Right.
lightweight is he if he
Yeah.
had 2 beers and like 1 glass of wine?
But you can see
He's like,
on
look,
their
I had an
receipt,
empty stomach. I hadn't eaten that day.
Sangria, Bloody Mary, iced tea, couple bottles of wine.
Bottles.
Some draft, but they said they had friends over. Okay, so they can blame it on the friends that they brought. They were doing all the drinking, right?
Sure,
Perfect.
Scott.
And they tried to subpoena Rebel Wilson for this. I'm not kidding. They tried to
my
subpoena
God.
Rebel Wilson to testify on their side.
Your Honor, Disney also nerfed me in the bathroom. Sorry.
There was also a scandal when Katy Perry tried to sell access to the club for a charity auction, which is also not, that's very against the rules. You're not allowed to sell membership, but they're claiming everyone in this club should get kicked out because everyone is selling membership. Everyone's breaking the rules. We were just like,
We need to shut it all
unfairly
down.
discriminated against because we like getting drunk in public. How could you blame us for that?
We need to shut it all down until we can figure out just what the hell is going on at Club 33.
Yes, we
Oh
need
my
to shut
God.
down, Disney parks, but Club 33 in general, until we can figure out what the hell is going on. Because it sounds like something we don't know about.
I don't believe that this guy was doing this to restore his honor. I don't believe that for a second. I think it's
Everyone
actually
there,
great.
if you get back in, is going to hate you.
Yeah,
What's the point?
yeah.
Just pure spite.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.